going on, my lawn care ninjas? It's your boy Sensei Nick with
Pizza
the
here.
all famous all-time pizza. So guys, we are here with what piece?
We got two mowers. We got the SCAG 48-inch walk behind that we currently use daily.
Have used this last season.
And we've got the FERRIS 48-inch walk behind.
That we just got from FERRIS. They wanted us to check it out, you know, give it a spin, and maybe compare these two, give our thoughts and opinions on it. Pete, let's first talk about the machine that we know, we're very familiar with. I've had this machine for 2 years. You've used it now for almost a season with me, basically, half a season at least. You know, you joined the Saving Green crew right around July?
July, yeah.
So let's talk about the machine that we know by now already and know everything about it, or very much so, and then we'll go over what we don't know, what we've discovered, and maybe some cons and pros in between. So tell us. So Pete, can you be a salesman? All right. Can you? So tell us about this machine right here.
It's a 48-inch SCAG hydro walk behind. It's got the FS engine on it, Kawasaki, of course. It's a 15-horse engine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a good mower, but I like that one.
What are some of the? You said it's a good mower now.
It's a good mower.
All right. Give us some dislikes that you have, you know, discovered using it, and I have too. And I'll let one of us speak because I'm holding the camera. I don't want to interrupt, you know, one another. But what are some of the dislikes that you think we would both agree on?
Number one downside.
Okay. So pull cord. It's not a key start.
It's not a key start, and that doesn't sound like it's that big a deal, but when you can go to Home Depot and buy a household tractor mower, it's gonna have a key start on it.
Mm-hmm.
So why is a commercial mower a pull start?
Okay. What about the actual controls itself?
The controls themselves aren't bad.
Do that thing with the fingers again. How'd you do that? Yeah, okay.
This right here isn't bad. This is, I mean, most walk behinds are gonna have this type of control system.
Nipples are very important.
Yeah, nipples are always important.
To make sure they're locked in.
Here's the problem.
What's the problem, piece?
If I want to use this mower, I've got to turn this key on,
walk around,
walk over here, pull start it, which, think about it, when you put this thing on the trailer, what happens if you put it on the left side of the trailer and you've got it enclosed? You can't get to it.
Very true.
You're going to be hitting the wall.
Very true.
Or you're going to have to turn the key and start the mower when you're not on the trailer, and then get on the trailer to pull it off.
Very true.
Second thing, when I'm ready to take off on this mower, I've got to kill the parking brake, I've got to throttle up, I've got to put my gear lever in whatever gear I select, which is normally 7. Flip these, now I can go. Now what if I have to stop because there's a piece of trash, or a stick, or the customer's coming out walking by and I don't want to blow grass all over, I need to stop my mower. I've got to pull these back, go to there, do this, hit the parking brake, kill the throttle.
A lot of things seems like that you have to move your hands and do to just be able to get off the machine in order to maybe just move a piece of trash out of the way or a stick or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
The flap, I mean, a lot of mowers have this style of flap on them, but you got to put a bungee on it. All this stuff you see on here isn't from us hitting gates or anything because it's bungeed up. This is all wear from being bungeed up. Bungee's cutting through it. Your bungee will break from time to time.
A lot of people will argue with you on this and say, well, excuse me, Mr. Pizza Man, but the flap shouldn't be up in the first place. What do you say to that?
There's times where you want the flap up. You've got to get through gates, the grass is wet, it's not spreading as well.
Or on the trailer.
Or on the trailer, you want the flap up, and you don't want to have to bungee it every time before you put it on the trailer, you know, so.
Okay, so what would you say the durability of this machine itself for the last 6 months that you've been with my company and used it? Has it given us any issues in particular, this walk behind?
The machine itself, no. We haven't had any major problems with it. I mean, common stuff, the belt goes bad, stuff like that. But as far as the machine, no problems.
Okay. So what are some of the downfalls of SCAG in general if the machine itself is an okay machine?
Lack of customer support, lack of dealer support. You know, you got problems with warranty parts and they don't want to fix them even though it's under warranty, and they give you the runaround and tell you 18 different answers to why it's doing that to try to not warranty a part, you know.
I agree. I totally agree with that. The machine itself, guys, is a good machine, just probably as good as any other. You know, you obviously have some of your maybe downfalls and some good things and bad things about it, just like any other machine and any other brand. But SCAG in general, and a lot of you already know this, you know, I'm parting ways, and these two machines, I have another one, it's in the enclosed, is going to be the next one's going up for sale or trade. And you guys know that the Turf Tiger's already gone. It's because of dealer support, but I also feel like SCAG is the problem. SCAG puts pressure on the dealer support, you know, on the dealers, or, you know, whatever. The bottom line is SCAG, in my opinion, does not want to warranty their equipment. Would that be a fair statement to say, as far as what I've experienced, but what you witnessed as long as you've been with me? Yeah,
I've witnessed it, and you're not the only one I've seen having these same problems.
So we've had other YouTubers that we watched both have very similar situations with the brand itself, not necessarily the walk behind. You know, it could be a sit down zero turn or a stand on, but very, very similar situation with the company itself. Is there anything else that we want to go over on this particular machine that you can think of?
Other than the fact it's an FS engine instead of the FX engine.
Do you know the difference of that piece? The FS and the FX?
I don't really know a specific difference, but from what I've been told, the FX is a more heavy duty industrial commercial type of,
and the FS is
I guess
more of a,
yeah. And you can tell the difference. You can always tell the difference. If you can't see
filter,
see these numbers, you can tell the difference. The FX engine is always going to have that pod style filter sticking off the top of the engine. Okay.
And this one is going to have this type. You want to real quickly just open it for them so we can show them. So if you're not sure if it's an FS or an FX, guys, if this is the similar type of filter that it has, then it's most likely an FS. The FX filter is going to have more of something like that, the tube. Okay, so anything else, please, before we move on?
No, I think that'd be about it.
What is the first thing you notice about this mower that's different?
You can tell the whole control center is wider. The whole frame seems to be wider.
Okay.
And the control system, man, it's just so simple. It's nice and ergonomic. Everything's where you need it to be. And it's fast and simple. That's it. Okay. I don't have to do 16 things. I can flip my parking brake. I'm moving forward. If I need to stop, there's some foot levers down here. Now they both do the same exact thing. If I'm moving full speed and I decide I want to get off this mower for any reason, I'm done. That's it.
You don't need to shut it off. You don't need to put it in park. That's park, neutral, everything.
Yep.
Very, very nice. Key start.
Key start. That's a big one. Key start. The pull cords, they break. It's a rope. It breaks. So they're not made to last forever.
That's true.
And it's, like I said, it's an inconvenience. And fatigue.
A lot of stuff is an inconvenience for you, Pace.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay. 651, 20.5 horsepower Kawasaki.
So you're getting 5.5 more horse on this engine than you do on that engine.
With the same deck size.
Same deck size.
Instantly, the minute you look at that mower and this mower, the very first time I saw it, I thought it was not a 48. It looks bulkier. It looks bigger. It just looks like, to me, it would be like a 52 or something.
Yeah.
So right there, it's a bulkier look, wider frame, but narrower tires piece.
Narrower tires. Yeah.
Why do you think they did that?
Some people say it's better for traction. I honestly don't know.
So somebody mentioned, and we don't know this, guys, I don't either, but somebody mentioned narrower body, wider tires, wider body, narrower tires. And so that's where it balances it all out, but I'm not sure about that.
And I mean, and if you even look at the construction of this thing, look at these bars right here, how big they are compared to those. Those are a little smaller. And they're closer together. Those are set out wider.
That's true. That's true. What about the deck? You mentioned something earlier to me about how that one's round and this one's boxy.
I like that flat side, and it could have its advantages. For instance, parking it on a trailer. If you want to get as much room as you can on that trailer, the only flat side on this deck is the chute. So with your chute up, you can put it against it that way. With this one having a flat side, you can put that side up against the trailer. Getting through gates, that's another one, you know.
Okay. And I know this is going to mention more or lead more towards every dealer may do this differently, but one thing we've discovered is tell them about the loaner programs that FERRIS provides that the SCAG dealer where I purchased this mower does not.
The loaner program is amazing. If we say we were to purchase this mower or purchase a 48-inch walk behind or a FERRIS of any kind from that dealer, if we have a problem, whether it's routine maintenance, the mower breaks down, we bring it to them, they're going to give us another mower to take with us out into the field. Now, it may not be a 48-inch walk behind, it may be a 36-inch walk behind, or it may be a zero turn, it may be a stand-on. Regardless, we're going to have a mower that we can take out to the field and keep mowing, keep making progress, keep making money.
Because time
is money.
Okay. Covers where the spindles are on this, unscrew.
These unscrew.
And take, you take the cover off. Let's go to this side. It's probably right here. There is no taking cover off. This is literally bolted, but this is open. So with that being said, you don't have to take this cover off because this is open, and if you ever really want to blow it off, you just take these off and blow everything. It'll come right through. So that,
honestly, you can just put the blower nozzle
in here
up to here and blow everything out, and it'll come out the front or the side or the back.
Sure, but it might build up in the middle. You might want to open the top, but so that I noticed that this one, it's got the plastic. Well, it's not plastic, I guess.
Not to mention, you can't really see in here to see if you have obstructions or stuff built up in the way.
That's very true.
On these, you can literally walk up and just, okay, there's a bunch of stuff in there. I need to clean that out
and blow it off. And
yeah.
Greasing. Is there any greasing on this machine or on this machine we know about up here?
Yeah, you've got a grease point here. You got one on each wheel.
So that's 4.
You've got
spindles. Is there greasing on these spindles? No. Okay.
And then the Velcro.
And then the Velcro. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
10 at least. Top, from what we see. I would guess there's grease fittings on the Velcro once they put it on.
Yeah, most likely.
But I don't see any
on each wheel.
Okay, so there is.
Now these do get greased, but it's not a common thing. I don't know the hours on it. We'll have to look. But you pull these bolts right here off the side, and you put a grease fitting in, and you can grease them.
Okay.
But it's not something that you need to do routinely.
Okay.
Every few days like we do these. The deck adjustment. Now.
The deck adjustment, yes. Over there, it's a pin.
It's a pin.
So you have to lift it, take out the pin, adjust, hold it, and adjust where.
Which isn't that big a deal, but on that mower, if I head to a yard, I pull it off the trailer, get to the yard, and realize I'm on the wrong height setting. I have to go through 15 steps to shut that mower down to walk over there and undo it. On this one, if that same situation, I don't have it on the right height, then I realize it. That's it.
How can you tell where?
You got this line right here.
Okay.
And it'll line up with your height. So.
Okay.
Let's see. Right now I'm on 4.5.
Okay.
That would be 4.
Yeah,
that's 4.5, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Now, if I want to go to say 3.5, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Keep going.
7.
Down. It's about 3.5.
Right.
Yeah.
So once you start using this mower and you get used to using it, you can actually count those, and you won't even have to look down there if you memorize it. Because that was 7 for me to get down to that height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be about 4.
This is just where it clicks.
Yeah, this is just where it locks, and it's also your handle.
This is your battery, guys, right here. Okay. What about pumps, hydro pumps to move it? If it was to
disengage it?
Mm-hmm. Is that it?
There's one on each side.
Okay.
One here.
Okay, so it's actually pretty convenient.
One on the other side, yep.
Very visible. Anything else at this moment? How did you like the handling when we tested it out?
The controls are a lot smoother.
Okay.
And that could just be because it's a newer machine.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like if you let the handles out fast, the machine won't allow you to let the handles out fast. If you let the handles out, it kind of slowly adds the power on, and it ramps you up to speed instead of you just going full speed.
Okay. Unlike the SCAG, are you saying it jerks you?
Yeah, it's a little jerky if you
but that could also be because of
could be because it's a newer machine.
Okay, so I think that's it as far as the walk behinds, right?
Yeah.
Nothing else that you can think of?
Nope.
There's nothing else, guys, that I can think of at the moment.
And remember, we haven't cut with these. We can't tell you anything about cut quality or what the stripes are going to look like because of the wider frame or the narrower tires or what. We can't tell you none of that. We haven't done it. So.
We haven't done that yet, correct. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review between the two. As far as if that machine was new, like this one is, and let's say we were choosing a machine to purchase, and we're familiar with that one, which one would you go to at this moment of what we know? FERRIS.
Yeah.
And that's not just because of the comfort of the controls, but also the dealer support, the company that stands behind. Now, we don't know how FERRIS is.
No.
You know, I don't personally know neither, you know, and I know you don't, so.
But we do know how the dealership is.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been there a few different times, and they are great.
Yes. And then the loaner program, you're right, thank you. The loaner program is really, I think, a big
deal.
Mm-hmm, big deal. All right, guys, so thanks for watching this review of the two walk behinds. This is the SCAG 48, and then this is the FW35 FERRIS. So ninjas, I hope you enjoyed the reviews of the walk behind. It's gonna be it for today. Take care, thanks for watching, and as always.
Recording? Is it on?
Okay, I think it's on. What's going on, my lawn care ninjas? Here we are with
Mowers.